finished in the spring of 1932, along with the servants' quarters.
Okay.
FDR was second-term governor of New York, running for president.
Mm-hmm.
All three are made from longleaf. Well, let me finish that. He was second-term governor, and that was going to end November of 32. But when this house was finished in the spring of 32, it was known he was running for president, and he was elected that November. After his inauguration, he built the guest cottage so he would have more room.
Okay.
All three buildings are made from longleaf pine cut right here on the property. It is a well-built house, basically on a granite foundation, or it probably wouldn't still be here because this is an extremely sloping lot. Most of this side underneath is dirt crawl space. There is not a basement. It looks like it would be, have a complete full basement, but there's so much granite under the house, they couldn't do that. Under the corner bedroom, he had a coal burning furnace, so there's an exterior door, so you bring the coal in. And there's a usable space under there, but it's not real big. And then under the living room are granite boulders coming out of the ground.
Okay.
Under the servants' quarters is a two-car garage. They could use that space, but it wasn't that way here. But FDR built here because he had built his first house near the Institute, and then he got back in politics, and he started talking about wanting a little more peace and quiet and privacy. And he loved this view. This is the view that he had when he first built the house.
Okay.
See, this is 76 years worth of tree growth out here since he died. So he had a nice view.
Oh, so he's saying like that wasn't even there when he was here.
Right. This has been since he died.
Okay.
See, you can see the landline in the background right there. So
Yeah,
he liked the view, and it's just kind of secluded, so, it's a nice place for peace and quiet.
Yeah.
But in his will, he willed all this to the state of Georgia. So he and Eleanor had discussed all their properties years before he died. She knew the plan, so it's probably pretty much the way it was because he said, I want it to be a museum. After he died, she only took a few things like some photographs and some books that were personal to her. She had bought most of the furniture to fit the house, so most of it's original. These three chairs are not. They are for visitors because it's a long walk down here. That's his wheelchair, his furniture, his dishes, his appliances, his books.
Cool.
So it's not staged. It's pretty much what it was. It had to be re-roofed and rewired and some things like that.
Okay, so like all this is not original,
that was
obviously.
added after it became a museum.
Okay.
Yeah, and we have new security. He had a slate roof originally, and it's been re-roofed. And then just recently re-roofed, so it's been re-roofed at least twice, and today it has a new slate roof on it. It just put on a couple of weeks ago, actually. It's guaranteed to last 100 years.
Good.
So I won't know if it lasted or not, probably.
So this building will probably be up by the end of my lifetime, still probably.
It's what?
I said this building probably be up at the end of my lifetime, probably.
It might be. It might be. It is at the French drains out front. I'm just impressed with how it was built. Now, his architect, Henry Toombs, was born in Georgia,
Okay.
but he had first worked for him in New York, and then Henry Toombs designed the new buildings at the Institute, and then these three buildings.
Okay.
So FDR had a lot of say in how it was built. He liked a certain style. He liked what he called Jeffersonian architecture, which was Thomas Jefferson's designs. Jefferson founded the University of Virginia, and he was the architect for all those buildings. So FDR had his architects study those buildings, and I see things here and there that remind me of some of those, especially the buildings at the Institute. Are you from Georgia?
Yes, ma'am. I'm from Valdosta.
Okay. Well, Henry Toombs was from Cuthbert, Georgia.
Where?
South Georgia. Cuthbert, Cuthbert.
Oh, that's I think that's west of Thomasville, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it's south, way south. It's down, way down. But he knew Georgia's climate, but he first worked for FDR in New York, and then the other buildings at the Institute, and then these three. But he said FDR had a good sense of design, but FDR was very creative. He probably could have been an engineer if he wanted to.
Okay.
He redesigned his braces, his crutches, his wheelchair. He helped design the hand controls for his car. He had to prove water therapy was effective for polio patients. He had tried to talk to doctors who would refuse to talk to him, but FDR persisted, and he proved it. Started the first polio institute in the world. Are you just here visiting?
Yes, ma'am. I'm just here visiting. I'm going to probably head up to Atlanta and visit some family.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you came by.
Yes, ma'am.
Were you gonna try to go down to the Pools Museum also?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. Well, then you got plenty of time because they will close at 4:45.
Okay.
You probably won't be there but about 30 minutes. And then when you leave there, are you going back on I-85?
Yes.
Okay, well, you're gonna have to take a detour right across from the pool's entrance, and you can ask about it when you're down there. But you'll be in the right spot when you
Okay.
finish down there.
All right.